This is going to be a quick video, but I read an article about Keith Lee coming to the Bay Area and why he cut the trip short. So I'm just going to read this. It says celebrity TikTok food reviewer Keith Lee's highly anticipated trip to the Bay Area ended earlier than expected. He listed unsafe conditions, disappointing food, and an allergic reaction as reasons for his sudden departure. Lee, an MMA fighter turned food critic, has gone to several American cities to try food sports and review them for his 15.6 million followers. He typically opts for mom and pop places over trendy and upscale restaurants, intending to bring increased attention and business to places that offer quality food and service. Um, so Lee arrives at the Streamy Awards on Sunday. Um, Oh, okay. So that's where this photo is from. That's from last year. Anyway, so he made three videos reviewing places called Double Decker in San Francisco, Green Chef Green in Oakland, and Mama T's in Oakland before posting Thursday night that the Bay Area trip was cut short. Um, his first reason was he truly doesn't believe the Bay is a place for tourists right now. The people of the Bay are just focused on surviving. That's what he says. He talks about seeing people living in tents and burned cars, describing it as shocking to say the least. Yeah, that's true. As an outsider, I wish the city would step in. I don't know if they have. I don't know if they've been trying, but just from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem like it was much city interference. The second reason had to do with the food he tried. Honestly, that's actually the part I want to focus on. I obviously I well, not obviously, but I moved to Nashville from the Bay Area, and the exact same reasons I left are the same reasons that multiple people at this point have pointed out. We've had Matt Walsh make videos about the Doom Loop. We've had a ton of people make videos about the Doom Loop. The Doom Loop focused on San Francisco in particular, but anything that happens in San Francisco and comes to the forefront is definitely happening in the East Bay and all over California. These are macro problems, they aren't micro problems, and like a lot of people are being impacted by them. It's actually like nuts. It's nuts, and it's a real issue. Like people are homeless. The cost of living is very high. There's a lot of people who earn a lot of money, but there's a lot of people who don't. And some kind of way, the people who don't are having to like live and survive. And there are people who are earning no money at all because like they don't have any job. And if you don't have any job and any money, like what, you don't just stop living. Like you still have to buy the things that money is buying the things who do have the jobs. Like my life isn't free. I have to pay for like transportation, food, housing, everything, right? Like hygiene equipment, toothbrushes, toothpaste, soap, water, electricity, phone bills. All of those things cost money. And like I have to have them. Those things aren't optional. So people who have even less than me, what are they to do? This is why the crime isn't normal or typical in places like the Bay Area in California, in New York, okay? Because like it's a whole bunch of people who don't have anything at all. There's like nothing to pull from. The only thing you could do then is like steal. There's like literally nothing else to do except for stealing. And then people are also talking about mental health. Like, imagine if you were around criminals all day who were just stealing because they don't have any other, like, way to earn a living. So they're just, like, stealing things. But it's, like, a whole bunch of people. So now all these community norms that maybe, like, you are accustomed to in civil society, those have gone out of the fucking window because now everybody is just, like, stealing and doing a whole bunch of, like, illegal shit. Okay, and so it's like now with them doing all these like illegal things, they're still like forced to other people who are like kind of like law abiding and civil are now being introduced to this like almost like underworld counterculture of like criminality, but they have to deal with it because they don't have another choice, right? And that's weird. That it's weird to have like it's weird to have a large amount of people who all kind of like a large amount of people who are like all not law abiding and then have to like watch observe this behavior of them being like not law abiding, and then like you deal with the adverse effects of their behavior, and then people wonder why like everyone is struggling with mental health. That shit will like literally ruin your mental health, okay, if like um you see a whole bunch of people who are like not living right and they're around you. You're gonna be like, why are they doing that? What is the issue? What's going on there? And then this is why a lot of people, they tried to like, how do you say, um refer to race as like the reason that certain black, like all black people were behaving in particular ways. And it's like, well, it's actually like poverty and systemic racism, because when you have all of these like poverty systems and like no jobs and no money, but then the constraints of capitalism being pushed on these people, that's how you get like a Nicki Minaj, a Future, the counterculture, the 21 Savage story. I also thought that was like very interesting. Like, it looks like 21 Savage has an album that just came out, The American Dream. I would unpack it, and maybe it would be like useful to kind of unpack it, possibly, but like to me, it honestly feels like I wish there were more people who grew up like me and then had albums out that were just about like regular experiences, like the Kelly Stamps experience. Maybe that's what I'll write, an album called like the Kelly Stamps experience. Um to just like detail that, because like, oh man, like I just feel like so many people are just brushing over like basic shit that you should just be familiar with. Anyway, yeah.